Oh!
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 And they've just scored. Bloody hell. Leeds have scored straight from the kickoff. Bloody hell. You wouldn't believe it. Nonto. God. I can't change the score on the screen at the moment, but that is a ridiculous start for Leeds United. They're 1-0 up already.
I was a little bit like Mark when it happened. I was more in shock than I was frustrated.
It's all going wrong. I can't sort out the bloody score at the moment, and Leeds have gone 1-0 up. Nonto cutting in. I mean, there's things I could say about Nonto, which would be unfair using his name, but.
Like what? Someone let me know.
Delo gave the ball to Bruno. Bruno loses the ball, and then he runs at. There might be an offside in the build-up, though. There might be an offside in the build-up. He does
I was hopeful of that.
really, really well. Plays a 1-2 with Bamford. Bangs it into the bottom corner. But United have just snoozed here.
What just happened, man? What just happened? It was a great goal. It was a great finish. But what the fuck has happened, man? Oh my God. I was just saying that how good we are. How we gonna fuck Barcelona up.
That's what happens. I did the same thing. I tweeted about how good our home record is and we conceded in 50 seconds. Man United fans, stop bigging us up. I know there's this weird thing about in life around like having chest and backing your club. I honestly believe every time Man United fans get hyped, we lose. Stop doing it. Play it down. Play it down.
He's just looking good. 13 wins in a row. Everything. Oh my God, not like this, bro.
It's 2-0. Fucking hell. It's like a bad nightmare.
See the anger creeping in now.
It's like a fucking nightmare. What are we doing? What?
Do you know, it was a bad result, but you know what you see from the reactions here, United fans? It was almost, we're playing well enough throughout the majority of that first half to be winning the game, but we considered a sloppy goal. We start the second half in the same way. It's almost, what is this? I can't quite fathom. It's not like we're being battered.
What are we doing? It's like, you can't excuse that. Like,
no, you can't.
It's just sluggish again. How do you start the same half like that twice?
Happened, man. Oh, it's a chance for Leeds. No, please, let's not do it like that. Oh my God, it's a great chance for Leeds. Oh my God, what? No, my God, it's 2-0. What is going on for this, man? Without Casemiro, f***ed, man. We are f***ed. We cannot control the midfield. What the f*** is this?
2-1.
Listen. I shouldn't laugh at my own fans of my own club, but this guy, he's hilarious. He's hilarious.
On Marcus Rashford, and it's a goal for Manchester United. Have that. Put that on your paper. Put it on your bread. Put it on your email. It's 2-1 to Manchester United.
You know what I love about Mark? He says things that make absolutely no sense, but they're brilliant.
And it's Marcus Rashford with the goal, and it comes from a cross. And funnily enough, Delo started putting crosses into the box, and Weghorst's gone off.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one who noticed that. I can't quite put my finger on why. Did Leeds give us more space once he was off? They didn't think we were a threat in the air. Was it the more fluidity and the balance by bringing a naturally right-sided attacker on, Sancho down the left? But it was a very weird thing. You got like a 9-foot tall beanpole in the box and no one crosses him the ball. Mad.
But it's Marcus Rashford with the goal. It's a lovely ball by Sabitzer that gets Palestri in.
Yes! 2-1. Rashford header. Get in.
I need to ask Alice this. Is she being told by her parents to not shout too loud when her team scores? There's lots of TikTokers that do. They scream and shout, but you can hear they're like holding down the volume. The anger's there or the passion's there, but the volume's down because mum and dad might get angry.
Get in. Get in. Half an hour, 2 goals. Come on. Come on. This is it. Come on. Bounce it. Momentum. We've got half an hour to get 2 goals.
David Red there. Bounce it. Momentum. Oosh.
This could be the momentum. If VR do something, I'm going to lose my mind.
Sancho. Barca is so short with the great scores. Oh, Jadon Sancho with the ball. Jadon Sancho with the ball.
What was that? What was that? What was that? What was that? This man, they're going to listen to this. Sorry, I went back.
To get 2 goals and not concede. This could be the momentum. If VR do something, I'm going to lose my mind.
Let's get back to this.
Sancho. Barca is so short with the great scores. Oh, Jadon Sancho with the ball. Jadon Sancho with the ball.
That is amazing. That's amazing. What is it?
Let's go! Let's go! It's 2-2! Oh my God, what a great comeback!
Let's go! Come on!
Good result for United. That's a bad result because we all expected United to go there in front of the crowd, close the gap. Are they in a title race? Based on what I've seen tonight, they're nowhere near Arsenal and Man City.
But I think we kind of know that. And, I think, look, I do think there's a possibility, depending on Man City's reaction to everything that's going on, that United could overtake them in the league this year. A possibility. People often take when you're saying it's a possibility as you say it's a foregone conclusion. That's because most people are polarized. And that's where we're lucky on the football terrace, because my community here are not like that. You guys know football. You guys ain't stupid. You understand the difference between that could happen, and I think that will definitely happen. But Man United are nowhere near Arsenal right now. And we've seen narratives change on Arsenal all season. They won't sustain it. Once they get an injury, once they lose to a big team, it will fall away. City will run away with it from December onwards, blah, 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 blah. And Arsenal keep batting them away. The narrative has now changed to, it's embarrassing if Arsenal don't win the league. They have to win the league. That's it. It's now happening to United. These guys were predicting us coming 7th and 8th. Started slowly. Oh, this could be terrible. The manager could be out quickly like a Frank de Boer. The team aren't together. Blah, 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 blah. And then suddenly we're in a position where we're a handful of points away from the top of the league. And now it's being twisted into, it's disappointing that this team are nowhere near the title race. It's ridiculous that they can't do it. Based on what? We're so far ahead of where we were predicted to be by the professionals. We're ahead of where I think even Man United thought we were going to be. We need to look at these two opportunities against Palace and Leeds and go, why weren't we able to capitalize in 2 games where we were the best? Is it pressure? Is it the mentality isn't right yet? And learn how to grow from that. I think Man United fans listening to this kind of punditry and throwing their toys out their pram is crazy.
They're not. Yeah, I think United fans will be coming away, even though they were 2-0 down. That will feel a bit like a defeat. That's two big points dropped.
And I agree with that part there. Jason Cundy's right in that regard. I do feel like it's 2 points dropped. I do feel like, we let ourselves down. I don't disagree with that. But we have to remember the context of the season, where we were after the first couple of games, and where everybody, including most Man United fans, predicted that we would be. Ade and Rory Jennings here talking about the situation with Man City. Take a little listen to this.
And we're using the word alleged because no one wants to get sued, right?
Straight up.
That much money. But let's be honest, this wouldn't all come out unless they knew that they're
I agree.
done for.
And also the scale and seriousness of these charges. It's so serious. It's dishonesty. It's fraud. It's concealment. This is serious stuff. And I think if they are found guilty, the only way that the Premier League can go on, the only way that it can be seen to be moving in the right direction is relegation. Like, I honestly believe, and I actually do believe that if they are found guilty, it will result in Manchester City being relegated.
Not docked points.
No, I think relegation. I think relegation, because points are too easily accrued for Manchester City for the points to be a problem. Yeah. Like, you take 40 points off them and they don't go down.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it means nothing for them points. Yeah, like, what does 12 points mean for City?
Yeah, it means nothing.
Like,
it means they probably don't win the league, but they still make Europe.
Yeah,
like, it means nothing.
Still make top 4.
Yeah,
it means absolutely nothing.
It means nothing. And also, like, something has to be done here, because what's happening is, I think even the football fans of the clubs who perhaps benefit from huge spending are wearing thin of it. Like, I think Chelsea, I'm a Chelsea fan. I think Chelsea are a very good example, because rational spending went out the window at Stamford Bridge decades ago. I mean, rational spending went out of football recently, but any sort of semblance of rational spending went out of football at Chelsea a long time ago. I'm a little bit bored of it.
Dude,
I think it needs to be stunted.
Honestly, I hate it. Someone was talking about me with Liverpool.
It's an interesting one there. There's 2 things to break down. I wanted to listen there. Obviously, 2 brilliant broadcasters. I love what they do. Love their work. And I would say the spending I don't have an issue with, because if you're spending what you're earning and money in football is increasing exponentially, then it's relative. A 30 million pound player in 2004 is worth, equivalent wise, is 150 million now. But because there's more money in the game, it's relative in that regard. But I do agree with them. I think people are wearing thin of Man City. And I know that City fans keep saying, well, I think other clubs might be cheating. What about if United are cooking books? What about if Chelsea are cooking books? Then so be it. If we get caught and punished in the same way, then I'm all up for it. I want anyone, including my own team, punished for breaking the rules that you sign up to every year. And I think Premier League clubs are wearing thin of City because they know City are taking the proverbial. When you work in an industry, you know what is and isn't possible. You know what, as a YouTuber, I know what other YouTubers earn ballpark based on the views they get. I just know. Why? Because I'm in the industry. When I worked in banking, I understood the industry I worked in. So the other boardrooms at clubs will be sitting there and thinking, how are you making £700 million a year out of companies who don't exist or don't have products or don't have the turnover to sustain it? How are you making more commercial money than clubs selling 3 times, 4 times as many shirts with stadiums double your size that are full week in, week out? It doesn't make sense. It all depends on what they're found guilty of. And if they're found guilty of the worst elements of what they've been charged of, I agree with Rory Jennings. I think they do have to be relegated.
If he wants to ask me, I'll answer it. He asks me, he answers it. Like, what are you
Rude,
doing?
innit?
And
It's rude.
He always seems to be taking defeat really badly.
This is talking about Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool's current predicament.
Yeah.
Like, you know, managers seem to, and look, maybe he's a sore loser. Fergie used to be the same. Pep used to be the same. You know, all these managers are the same. When they're losing, they're not happy, and you know, it's not where they want to be. But he always seems to be taking it really badly. He doesn't look like a man that's in control.
No.
And he's always excluded, you know, control and being able to manage things. And
Patience.
look, I know Rory was saying on his channel they might need to sack him. But does he get sacked by Liverpool?
No, I don't think he gets sacked unless there's a real crazy. They get smashed in the Champions League. They lose 6 in a row in the Premier League. That's not going to happen.
Look, I think Boovy's right there. I don't think that Jurgen Klopp is going to be sacked by Liverpool in the direct sense of the word. I don't think it will be. It would be Liverpool and Klopp part by mutual consent. There's been an agreement. It may even get dressed up as Jurgen Klopp has resigned. He wants time with his family. I think they may sack him, but it will never be released to the press in that way. And I think that's the right thing to do. I think it would be the respectful thing to do. I believe that would be the correct way to go about it. You know, he's given them their best years in 30. He's won them a Champions League. He's won them a Premier League. He's won them 2 domestic trophies. He's been a brilliant manager for them. But I think most diehard Liverpool fans feel like it's coming to an end. And even with new potential owners, which may or may not happen for Liverpool, it's can he rejuvenate? Can he bring that energy back out? You know, it's been 7 years. You know, as we go into next year, 8, the best part of a decade. There's only really been in the last. There's been one manager in the last 30 years who's been able to manage beyond 5, 6, 7 years and maintain the standards, maintain the energy. And that was Sir Alex Ferguson. And I don't mean this disrespectfully. He isn't Sir Alex Ferguson. Klopp is... look, Fergie was emotional, but I think Klopp's a different type of emotional. I think the way he trains his teams, the way they play is so intense. More intense than the Man United's teams were. More relentless in terms of their running and their pressing, especially in the modern day game. And I just think that the players are bored of Klopp. Klopp's bored of Liverpool. Liverpool isn't investing in Klopp as much as they should be. And when I use the word bored, I don't even mean that disrespectfully. A change is as good as a rest. I think there needs to be a shake-up. And I think a lot of these players are looking poor right now. You bring in a new manager, a new top-class manager. I'm just going to throw a name at Zidane. I think you see everybody's levels re-elevate. They'll feel rejuvenated. If Klopp left, takes 6 months out and took over as the manager of Real Madrid, watch Real Madrid be at their absolute best inside 6 months to a year, and Klopp would look sensational. I do think a parting of the ways is needed because I think it's come to an end. But I want your thoughts and I want your feelings there on what's been said. All the links for all the channels that are featured are in the description below. Please smash the like and the share button and subscribe to the Football Terrace. That's been the Fan Channel Review. We'll see you all again soon. Thank you.